the Twilight car, and I actually ran out of Lazy Susans to do the spin test here, but there you have it, done and done. I'm going to, it's dry and ready to go off to its new home, and I'll probably ship this out Monday or Tuesday. I got to find a box big enough, because I don't think I kept the original box that it came in. But anyway, there you have it. Very quick. I mean, basically taking flat black, spraying it, and then spraying Future on it to make a gloss black on a car body, and it should hold up even RC driving, so it should have a protective layer and shouldn't be totally messed up or anything like that. But anyway, there is that. So that project done and done. I'm going to do some pretty pictures and do that on the social media side of things. GTX. One thing I had to do is I had to go in and I'm trying to burnish down the tape and probably do a little bit of I'm either going to do a little bit of super glue, which I'm probably not going to, but I'm probably end up doing, as I've been experimenting, is I want to take some surface primer here, which I like it. I mean, this is one of them versatile things. Basically build up a little bit of areas around where I need it to, and plus it gives a little bit of a texture. And then once I get it, because some of it I cut all the way down right, and other ones that I couldn't get over. Once the cheap tape wants to come up, so I'm going to push it down, and we'll get that fixed as well. Anyway, I need to finish that, which I'm trying to do today, and then put a couple more deals of primer. The paint for the main body is on order. I should have it probably, hopefully, by the end of the week, but we shall see about that. But anyway, that's where I stand on it, so hopefully I get that done a little bit more. But on the chassis, I did get the chassis painted. I did get the interior glued down, got the motor glued down, and then I had to put and I forgot to paint it, and that was the drive shaft there, and then I got to paint the inside of the interior there, because you can see where it's the white kit. It just makes it look multicolored, and I'll get the drive shaft painted black too, and then we'll do a little dry brushing on the bottom here just to make everything, just make it look a little more realistic, and that pretty much will be all the detail painting of the bottom that you will see. But anyway, there's that. I'll probably do a little bit more on the update on the top here, but then I just have to wait, because we'll have to just do the paint the car body itself. But anyway, I haven't got to deal with the wheels yet. I'm trying to. I got to get them a little grayish, and then I got to paint the back, paint them flat black just to match the underside, because you're not going to see it. And then we'll get them on the chassis as well, which I'm probably end up. They don't really fit too well. I'll probably have to. Just put a drop of glue on there and be done with it. But anyway, that's where I stand on those. The Mustangs are done. I got all the decals, if you will, on them. Put a sealer on, and we are good to go. I think they turned out real nice. I do like the New Ray. I wouldn't call them toys. They're basically models, slash toys, if you will. But I think they're excellent kits. I mean, even if they are pre-painted, you can use them to your advantage. There's the red tail, which I hardly ever get to do red tail, so that was very, very fun. And of course, I do like nose art, especially the nude kind. But there is Mr. Weaver's. Just a very, very fun and quick. That's one thing I like about kind of pre-built models. I mean, you can you make them look good, and you can use aftermarket. You can use aftermarket decals, aftermarket parts, and still make a and not necessarily have to buy a model kit. But anyway, there's them, and I'm going to be shipping them off this week as well. So those will be off the workbench, and I'm including the stands that come with it. They were both red tails at one time, so I'm going to leave the marking of the red tail on there. And so if you want to make them in flight, you can, because the landing gears do work, and it does have a slot for the stand itself. On the other stand, if you want, just take you some black paint and paint that off, and you'll have a very nice P51 Mustang stand. So there you have that. The Mustangs are done, and they will, I'll get some pretty pictures of them today, and they will be on the social media places as well. The Chevelle's done too. I really can't do any more to it. I mean, it's just the car body color and the future. It's dry. I did the I want to say dash, the bumper here. I got the black best I could get it. I really can't get it any super black. I mean, it looked like you painted it. So I just did the washes, and so if you want to make it dull coat or anything else, you can do that on when you get it assembled if you want to. This way you can leave the chrome parts alone, and you can mask this off and shoot a flat on there if you want to do it. But anyway, that's it's very, very subtle. It's not really super black, but it does look somewhat like the picture that you sent me. Hoods are done. I wish I could put the hoods on where it looks like I'll probably have to do this on the social media side of it so I can prop it, put a paint bottle underneath it. But we are good to go. Fix the top. Put another coat of red on that, and then I did another deal of future, and we are good to go. Look it over. Anything I need to do, just shoot me an email, and I will get it fixed. I did paint all the little markings all I could. The only thing I really can't do is trim. I'm not the best at that, so I'll let that be done by someone else, not my steady hand. But anyway, there you have it. We'll be ready to send this out first part next week, and because I got to get it off the workbench because I don't want to get any dust particles or anything of that nature on the finish. Bella's truck. What I've done so far is I've actually painted the whole thing, and it may look orange, and it is, but it's actually an orange red. And what I've done is I took Tamiya's flat red, and I took Tamiya's orange, and I basically put red in and just cut a few drops of orange just to lighten it up. To me, if you ever want sun-dried paint, especially red, flat red from Tamiya, is just absolutely, all you gotta do is just thin it, and I think it dries like it's been sun-baked. But anyway, I did that. Mixed a lot of orange on here, which it does give it that sun-baked look. I'm gonna do probably a little more red on it, just to probably more of a, I want to do a little bit of shadows with the red. That way it'll look like it's didn't hit the shadows when because it ain't really rusted out. It's more just sun-baked, old, and like that. But anyway, I'll probably do a little more red just to break up, and it should look good on film. Even it shouldn't be, it may look orange on my video, but it may during sunlight and everything else, it should work out just right. But so I got one more phase to go on painting, and that's painting a little more red on there, and I should have that done hopefully by this week. And then I got to paint the bumpers and all that. And one thing I wish I would have done, and I want to paint the tarp. It's basically going to be a green, greenish tarp. I really wish I would have painted the back here and got the masking off the back glass. Wish I would have done that first. But anyway, always one problem at a time is my philosophy. So I'll figure that out once I'll probably just get it painted and pull it off. But anyway, there is that. So it's taking shape. And I'll ship this when I'm done with that, but I'll ship the Twilight car first. So while everything dries, I went ahead and started on the Crazy Horse, and I don't know if I can probably do it with one hand here. I should have put a battery snap on here. I like to do everything in a 9-volt. It's just to me it's easier. Well, I can't know what I'm doing. Let's see. I did come on, there you go. Got the impulse engines lit. It's just two LEDs with 5-minute epoxy glued on there, and these were just some spare ones I had. I got them in, wanted to get that over with, and I kind of had to trim out the impulse deck, and then I'll put the flashers on, which they're en route to me because I didn't have any. Got the 2 holes that go right there, got them drilled out so I can put the little DLM parts in there, so I'll get those on hopefully either today or tomorrow. I gotta trim them out, make sure it fits, and I gotta clean up my drilling hole mess here. But one thing I always like to do on the Excelsior is I got the deflector dish part in, which I'm going to drill holes so I can put the LED. But one thing I like to add, and that's the little garage door, and I do that on almost every one that I've ever built, because when you do the lighting, unless you'd probably have to stop about right there on the lower hole here, and this way it makes all the holes light out for the windows, and then you'll be able to. I think it makes it look not really mysterious, but just you know, gives a little more character. It's blocked out, and it looks I think it looks cooler with the garage door effect on there. And that was just always my theory. I've done that on a lot of Excelsior gals. So if you get one with the door, you know that I personally had my hand in that. But anyway, that's where I stand on the Crazy Horse. So hopefully a little more. I got to do the neck because that's one of the hardest parts, and that's just get the little seam fixed, and add the DLM parts that go on the neck, which I've never done, but I want to learn once I get them out of the sack. But anyway, that's what I have got going on today. The Crazy Horse, it's getting to be lit. We finished up the Mustangs, finished up the Chevelle, painting Bella's truck, and we are messing around with the GTX. So that's what I got going on today, so stay tuned for the next exciting episode.